This is Peter Call from Neutronics Refrigerant Analysis, back again with some more tips and tricks to make you more efficient during this AC season. You know, it's getting hot out there. A lot of people are finding out they have leaks in their air conditioning system and they're trying to fix them at home. So they go to their local supply store and they get some sealant. And they insert the sealant and they find out that either it doesn't work and doesn't fix the leak, or that the sealant might stop the leak but it just doesn't make the system cold. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you this refrigerant sealant detector kit that's going to tell you if there's sealant in the AC system. It's pretty simple to use. We have a 134A high side coupler. We have an R12 high side coupler. We have a hose. We have a safety cap. We have a syringe, a flow meter, and of course 10 cartridges. They actually look like this when they're out of the package. Here's what we do. We're going to take a cartridge out of the package, a fresh one. We're going to insert some water in it. Insert some water in it, and we're going to do that with the syringe. Do a little squirt, little shake like it's a McDonald's straw. Then I'm going to take our coupler, in this case the 134A high side. Going to insert the cartridge, make sure it snaps closed. We're then going to take our safety cap. Safety cap's real important. We want to use that because what that does for us is it makes it so that we cannot accidentally disengage the cartridge. So we're going to slide our safety cap on. Then going to take our hose. We're going to connect it to the top of the cartridge. We're then going to take the other end of the hose and we'll attach it to the flow meter, like so. We then take the entire assembly. We connect it to the high side port of the vehicle. What happens is, within this cartridge is about 1,500 micro holes inside of here that simulate a leak on the AC system. And the liquid refrigerant and oil is going to come into the cartridge from the coupler, turns from a liquid to a vapor here, and then the vapor travels up the hose, pushes the ball on the flow meter up, and we get a reading like so, 4, 4.5, somewhere around there. If there's sealant in the system, the sealant starts to clog these micro little holes inside this cartridge. When it starts to do that, the ball on the flow meter begins to fall, and as it goes down, we know there's sealant in there. We're looking for a minimum of a 30% drop in less than 3 minutes. Typically, when there's sealant in the system, within 60 seconds or so, you'll see it go from, say, 4 down to about 1. What that tells us is that something's clogging up our little simulated leak, and what's clogging that up is sealant. If you don't get any indication that there's sealant here, doesn't necessarily mean someone didn't install something, just means that either it was ineffective and didn't work, or it never makes it to the high side port where you're likely to have a problem when you go to recover the refrigerant with your recovery machine. So once again, want to make sure that we check all of our vehicles for sealant, especially the ones where the customer might have messed with it first. You know, they've got that bag from that local auto parts store sitting on the front seat, and there's some cans of refrigerant that might have had some sealant in it there. And then we can make sure that we know how to service the vehicle. Put some of those air step filters in line before we connect our recovery machine so that we can protect our equipment. We also will need to do a full system flush. If we find sealant, we got to flush all that oil out. The sealant's going to travel with the oil. We'll be back with you not too long, give you some tips on how you might be able to double your use on these cartridges. Some things we couldn't explain in the manual, but we'll show it to you on video. Thanks. Have a great day. For Neutronics Refrigerant Analysis, this is Peter Call. We'll talk to you soon.